Hi everybody, so I'm going to talk to you about different things that you can do under the Eco Schools framework, the theme of using your school grounds, which also touches on other themes like biodiversity, litter picking and all those types of things. So when it comes to your school grounds, there's lots of different things that you can do to help optimise their use and get the children to really appreciate and enjoy the outdoors. So one of the first things that you could do is thinking about biodiversity. Whether you have a field or you just have a playground, one of the most simple things that you could do is build some bug hotels. You can buy some on the market. You might be able to get a parent who's good at woodworking or a member of staff who's good at woodworking to make you one. But what's the best way to do it is to get the kids to make one. So you can use twigs, leaves, stones, bamboo, anything that you have lying around, and get the kids to make them. I'm just going to show you some that we've got that were ready made, but we've also got other ones dotted around the schools that the children have made themselves as well, and then the children can then enjoy and use them to learn more about the types of creatures that you have living in your school grounds. So we've got these ones here which were made. As you can see, they're filled with different holes and different aspects for encouraging bugs. This is our outdoor classroom. We have an outdoor learning teacher here, but just to kind of give you an idea about what you could have. And so you might be fortunate enough to have a pond for pond dipping, or you might be able to raise funds to have something like a pond built within your school grounds. Again, a brilliant resource for science lessons, and linked to Eco Schools as well. So you can get your PTA involved with your fundraising, thinking about kind of things that you could do to help develop and build your outdoor learning space, but also just seeing what you've got in terms of your parents. Have they got any skills, or can they donate anything to help? So I've talked about having a pond, bug hotel. Another thing that you can have in your school grounds is an allotment, and that's something that a lot of schools are starting to think about, because not only can you develop their science knowledge in terms of plants and growth, but also it's something that you can use to help raise money for your school, because once you start growing vegetables or even flowers, you can sell them and you can really get the local community involved in your school, which is another aspect of Eco Schools. So I'm just going to take you around and give you kind of a little bit of a look of what you can do if you've got the space for allotments. So we're really lucky here that we've got a really big outdoor space, but if you don't, just a little garden patch is something that you could perhaps, like in the corner or at the front of your school, just develop the space a little bit, and it's something that you can really get the kids involved in. So what we're planning on doing is each year group will have a little allotment patch that they look after, and they can start growing things. So I'm just going to show you our little allotment area over here, where we've started growing some, so you can see through here. So we've got our bed there, and the children have started to grow some different things. We've got some more beds down here. I mean, we've also got some ducks, you can see there, and I know that's another thing that you can think about in terms of helping develop children's understanding when it comes to their science, biology, but also their PSHE skills, looking after something. Ducks, chickens, rabbits, guinea pigs, you might have things in the classroom as well that can really help with developing that aspect of your curriculum. Okay, so we've had an allotment. We've talked about simple things like bug hotels, and another thing that you can think about is tree planting and wildflowers. In our newsletter, which I hope you subscribe to, and if not, please do, we've talked about some schemes that are coming up at the moment. So you've got the Woodland Trust, and in conjunction with the Queen's Jubilee Canopy project, you can get some free tree saplings to plant in your school, and there's all different types of trees to choose from, and you can choose bushes, and it depends on the size of the grounds that you have as to how many trees that you can choose, and you can get them planted in your school grounds. And again, it's another way that you can get the local community involved, the key part of eco schools again, because you can get parents or a local organisation, like we want to get a local church involved to come and help plant the trees. You can make it a real community event, and once they've like grown, it's like a nice little quiet area for the children where they can have reading, and they can build different things, and again, you can use it as a learning tool when they're learning about plants or identifying different tree types. And again, think about biodiversity, because if you've got more plants and trees, you're going to encourage more different types of wildlife into your school grounds. So I'm just walking over to where we've got some trees, and we're developing another sort of wild area over in this part of our school, where we're hoping to also plant some of our tree saplings that we got from the Woodland Trust, and also some wildflowers. Okay, so I'll turn my camera around. You can see we've got some trees here that we've had planted for a while, and we've got like a little teepee, we've got tyres, great thing for outdoor learning. And then I was talking about bug hotels earlier. Well, this is one where we got the children to make it themselves. So if you can see, it's a bit bright, I don't know if it's focusing very well, but you can see that children have put logs and leaves and different things in the layers there. And again, this is all stuff that we just had lying around, or had donated, where we've just made it ourselves. So another simple idea for you there. And we started obviously developing our outdoor area we've got some willies and like some things there for outdoor play as well, to really get the children involved with being outdoors. Creating artwork out of natural materials. So this is what some of our children did earlier today, making our school logo out of things that they found on our school grounds. So that's another great way to get the children outside, is doing some natural artwork outside. So your school grounds doesn't just have to be about thinking purely about the curriculum, purely about nature. It can just be them enjoying the outdoors in different ways, and it doesn't just have to be the early years. It can be all the way from nursery to year 6, really getting them involved in those types of things. Right, and then the last thing I was going to talk about when it comes to using your school grounds is outdoor classroom day. So there's 2 of these a year, one on the 4th of November and the other one is the 20th of May. And it's a really great time to get all the teachers involved in planning a lesson that's outside. So some of the things that they might do, it could be as simple as bringing the children outside to read a story. It could be making a part of one of your lessons drama based, whether it be history or science, like perhaps you're explaining a particular concept, like how a change of state from gases to liquids to solids, and you can just bring the children outside and they're learning outside, and it's just nice. You have more space and they're enjoying the outdoors. So it doesn't matter how big or small your school grounds are, you can utilise them in all different ways, and it's just empowering teachers to make them think, oh yes, we can do this, we can use our school grounds. I mean, we've talked a lot about science, but geography is another great one, you know, developing their map and compass reading skills. You could get them to do like a treasure hunt or geocaching, and to go around and find things. I did a treasure hunt with my class not that long ago, where they had to go and find different letters based on clues of different locations outside, and then the letters spell out a scientific topic that we had studied. So there's all different things you can do. I've talked about art. You can get the chalks out, they could do graffiti on the playground, on the walls, they could create flags, that, you know, there's so many different possibilities about ways that they could, things that they could do outside, the way that you could use your outdoor space. PSHE is another great one if you wanted to do something in terms of their social skills, working together, team building. You could come up with activities where they've got to problem solve. Maths, another great one, running back and forth on the playground, reciting their times tables. And it's just like getting teachers to just think outside the box. Can we get the outdoors into our lessons more and into our learning? And all of that will help support your eco schools application for your green flag by using your grounds in different ways. So I hope that's been helpful with a few different tips about how you can develop your school grounds and how you can use your school grounds. And I'll send and create another video on another eco schools theme soon.